Good morning, Ashley. Today I'm going to go through how to take the blood pressure of a patient. I'm also going to show you how to record the blood pressure. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure you practice hand hygiene, which we've already done. The second thing we're going to do is introduce ourselves to our patient, which is Marilyn Hughes. So good morning, Marilyn. I'm Linda, your student nurse, and this is Ashley. Hello. Today we're going to be working together to take your vital signs. Is that going to be okay with you? Excellent, thank you. So what we want to do now is make sure we actually have the right client. So we want to check their name badge, their ID, which is on Marilyn on the other side of the bed. So we'll just go around the other side and we'll just make sure we have the right Marilyn Hughes.
So we've got Marilyn Hughes, 22nd of the 9th, 1927.
Fantastic, we have the right Marilyn, that's great. Okay, so Marilyn, what we're going to do is we're just going to take your blood pressure, which just requires me using this arm. You don't have any injuries, you haven't smoked or exercised or taken caffeine in the last half an hour? Okay, fantastic. So what we want to do is make sure that the bed is actually at the height of your hips, of the shortest person if there's more than one person, which it is, obviously I'm the shortest. Next we want to just lower the bed rail just so we can access Marilyn's arm. So that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to push that down. Okay, so the first step of taking a blood pressure, once we've identified we have the right client, is to make sure the cuff that we're using is actually working properly and it's probably deflated. So, and that it's clean, of course, and that's fine as is in working condition. We also want to make sure that we have the right size for the patient. Now, I have an adult size cuff here, which should work just fine with Marilyn because she is an adult. Okay, so what we want to do is just find the artery side, which is here. It's always located on the cuff, and we just want to match it up to the patient's artery. So, we can also ask the client if they can just rest their arm in a position like this, just to make it easier for us and more comfortable for them. This. Thanks, Marilyn. Just let me know if you're uncomfortable at any stage. So once the cuff is in place, we have to find a radial pulse, which is located just below the thumb. So if you just press firmly down, just below the thumb, you can feel the radial pulse, if I can feel. Oh, yep, fantastic. So now what we want to do is just take our pressure reading, sticking our mammometer. See? So the point of taking the radial pulse is to feel for the systolic pressure. So when we actually take the blood pressure, we know where to count. So basically, we feel the radial pulse, and then we inflate our cuff. So we inflate until we feel the pulse disappear, which I've got at 120. So you deflate the cuff, and then we're going to go 30 millimeters of mercury above that reading, which is 120 systolic reading, when we take our blood pressure. Make sure the cuff is properly deflated and re-inflate. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to listen for the first choreograph sound with our stethoscope, which is the sound you hear when the beat disappears. Okay? And then we're going to release the cuff, and we're going to listen for the sound of the beating return, which is a fifth choreograph sound, and it is the diastolic reading. Okay? So, I'll put my stethoscope in. Drums facing forward. And I'm going to place the diaphragm on the cubital fossa of Marilyn here. Sorry if that's a bit cold, Marilyn. So once that's satisfactory, we're going to pump, inflate the cuff up to 150, which is 30 millimeters above the systolic that we checked in the radial pulse. Like so. Okay, so once I'm satisfied, I'm going to release the cuff slowly. So at 120, I hear the beat disappear, and at 80, it returns. So I'm going to release. thank Marilyn. Thank you very much for that, Marilyn. And then I'm going to remove the cuff from the patient. So that reading has given us 120 above 80. So 120 is systolic and 80 is diastolic. So then of course we remove everything from the patient. We return the bed into its position, rails up, make sure that the patient's comfortable, and we practice hand counting. And now I'm going to show you how to document a blood pressure reading. Excellent.